Hey guys, my name is Kevin and today I'm bringing you the ABC deck profile. I was playing like the past two locals, and this time I think I optimized the deck pretty good. I missed two cards, but I will explain it later. So I think this deck is pretty fun and pretty playable. If you don't have much or like this much money, or if you just want to play a very fun deck, I recommend this. I hope that Union Carrier doesn't get banned because of Drytron, but because the card is very important. But there are other combos with Gadget Link monsters, so yeah, this deck is pretty fun and you can play it with a pretty low budget. I'm very sorry that I couldn't bring like videos the past 2 weeks but I was very busy with work. So I think, or I hope, this will not happen anytime soon again. So I think let's get started. So first I play 3A, 3B and only 2C. In the first, in the beginning I played all 9, so 3 Cs and like 3 Bs, 3 As. But I saw one guy who topped an event, like I think top 8 with ABCs, and he only played 2. And the reason for that is what I also think is or like one combo is a piece with unactivated or unauthorized reactivation, this spell. So and you have to see one ABC piece with it, but your main combo is you want to get to Union Hanger, and it's better to play the most possible cards to get to Union Hanger and not to get to a piece. And I thought C was the most cuttable because often you just want to have the pieces in hand for discard or effect, for example a Buster Dragon or Galaxy Soldier, and it really it's not often that you have to special summon a card from the hand, only if you want to play through certain boards. So I think this ratio is fine. I didn't miss a card. So yeah, it was fine for me, even if Buster got like tributed for Kaijus, which happened like every round, I think. This was really bad, but I think it's fine like this. You can play all 9, but for me it was fine. Then I play one of, I don't know how this guy is called in English, Heavy Mech Armor something, I'm not sure. It's just a normal summon monster which is searchable of B, which is very important. A lot of people forget this. You can just search it of B and then normal summon it, and you can just bring like B back, and then you have combo, for example with Union Hanger, or you can make Bertie. I play Dragoon, so yeah. Then one Photon Orbital with the 3 Galaxy Soldier. This is the best extender of the deck. So if you happen to draw one of this, even if you draw a Photon Orbital, you can just discard Photon Orbital for it. And like I said, if you happen to draw this, you can play like through the most boards, except like no special summoning boards or a VFD. VFD is a problem, but it's for every deck. So yeah, this is like the best extender, so I played it 3. A lot of people played it 2 because you can search it, but I think of it as an extender, and if you happen to draw it, your board gets really or like double as good. So yeah, I play 2 Union Driver. In the first locals I only played 1. I happened to draw a lot of it, so I decided to play 2, and it was the right choice for me. I often discarded it for Galaxy Soldier, so it was fine. Sometimes, or in one time, I special summoned it from C, and with the second Galaxy Soldier I made Infinity in the game later on, so this was also pretty nice. Then for hand traps I only play 6 because I simply couldn't find more space for it. I played 3 Ash and 3 Skullmeister. I think those are the most versatile hand traps, so I think there's nothing much to explain. You can change it for Bell, you can change it for example Droll or Lancea is also pretty good. It happens, or it depends on where you're playing. So at my locals these are the most versatile, so I just happen to play them. Then I play the 2 bricks. I draw this one at least every match. So I never draw this, but every match this one. It happens, but I think you need to play Dragoon at least right now, because this deck it's really hard to play through certain boards without Dragoon. And it's It like lets you stall a bit if you don't get a good combo with your pieces or your union hanger, or you get stopped. So yeah, I think Dragoon is pretty good in this deck. I played the first look without it, and with Dragoon it's just like it won me, I think, 4 games on its own. So yeah. Then the best spell of this deck, you want to see this every game and every starting hand. You have to see it. I mean, without it it's pretty hard to win. So this one is your combo starter, your extender, your everything. Yeah. Then your pseudo union hanger. It's unauthorized activation or reactivation. It simply, or it does the same. You just normal summon a piece, then you can equip union driver from deck. Yeah, with it I think you can also yeah, you can equip also from hand, which is very nice, because if you happen to draw union driver or both union drivers and this card, you can just equip it from hand. But it's, yeah, it's like more of the field spell than structure of the field spell. And because I want consistency, I played set rotation with Mystic Mine. I wouldn't play Pseudo Space because it doesn't do anything. So I played Mine. What you also can do is to play the Cyber's field spell, where you can shuffle one card from the graveyard into the deck. This is also pretty nice to grind more. But I played Mine because I thought, yeah, for certain decks this card wins games, because you can just then wait on it or sit on it, and a lot of decks don't play spell and trap removal in the main, so you can sometimes win with this card the first game. I in the second and third round, or if I'm going first, I side this back in because I want the consistency, but if I'm going second, I sided those out for better cards, or better hand traps, for example, because you need those to stop PFD. Then I played one Caught by the Grave. It's just a good card. I played one Mind Control. I recognized that you sometimes have a problem to get 2 monsters on board, because if you have 2 monsters on board, you can go different routes. If you have 2 lights or 2 machines, you can just go into Union Carrier and do your normal combo. But this is why I played Dragoon. I sometimes had like the problem that I have one piece and, for example, one dark monster, and I didn't want to make just Phoenix pass, so I played Dragoon to make, like, with every 2 monsters, with every combination I can just make Dragoon. And this card is like a pseudo extender going second, where you can just grab the monster from your enemy and then make Dragoon with it. So this is often like the last step you do. You want to bait out everything and then make Dragoon, but only because you're playing Dragoon. Otherwise you can also just bait out the enemy with your Verte and then make the ABC. If your ABC Buster Dragon gets through or resolves, then you like basically win. I never lost a match where I couldn't resolve Buster at least once. So this is the biggest problem, but yeah, if you can't get to your Buster, you can just make Dragoon with it. I played against True Draco Elvish, and I know they can't out Dragoon with their main deck, so I just baited the back rows with the ABC Buster Dragon, and I just made like 2 monsters and made Dragoon and won from there because he couldn't out it. I play only 1 Prosperity. I would at least play 2. I wait for my second one. It got lost in the mail. It's pretty sad. It should be here like a week ago, but yeah, it got lost in the mail. I don't know when I get my money back, but yeah, it was I don't know the right term, but secured, or like when you get your money back. But yeah, but yeah, I only play 1. I would at least play 2. If I can, I would play 3, because, like I said, you want to get to your Union Hanger, and this is the most important part. So yeah, just play as much as you can. You need consistency, and this card gives it to the deck. I played 1 Cosmic Cyclone because I played like some weird one-offs, and I could also play like 9 hand traps and no Cosmics and no Mind Control. But I decided to play like 1 Cosmic for back row decks, for example Eldritch, to, if I happen to draw it, I can draw it. But it's more or less with my side deck I play a second one and then other back row removal, so I have like a little bit better ratio. But you can change this card out for everything you want. I would play like the second pot and put this out for it, but yeah, it just got lost. Red Eyes Fusion, because for Dragoon, Monster Reborn, it's kind of a pseudo extender too, because you can, like, if you happen to have just one piece, you can just make this, and then make, like in the main phase 2, you can go into Clara and Rushka, then bring your piece back, and then you go into Dragoon. Sometimes, like, your hands bricks, it's like the deck, it loses to itself. If you have combo, you often win, but if you don't have, it's, yeah, you just lose. And then 2 Torrential Tributes. This deck can, like, play really good around Torrential Tribute. Even if you're going first, you set this card, and then you can just, like, Tribute Buster, activate Torrential Tribute, everything gets destroyed and you get your pieces back, then you equip something and you have, like, you win. So I thought this trap is, like, the best trap for this deck. You can also play it at 3. I want to try the trap version from MST TV, but I just, like, I didn't want to try it out at the beginning. I first wanted to know the strengths of the deck. Extra deck, pretty simple. I play 1 Clara and Rushka. I put this, I put this in for the second locals, because in the first locals I often wanted to have it, but in the second locals I never summed it. It was like I don't know why, but it's a consistency card. You can just, like, make this in main phase 2, and it's, like, kind of a combo, but you don't have to play it. You can change it out. It depends. Union Carrier, best card, but you only need 1. If it doesn't resolve, you mostly lose. But yeah, you never need 2. Verte, Dragoon, IP. This deck is, like, perfectly made for IP, because you can just, like, make IP, and when you Tribute Buster, you have, like, 5 monsters and you can do everything you want with it. 1 Phoenix and 1 Unicorn. For Dragoon, I had to cut cards, so I just happened to cut the Cerberus. You can put this out and put Cerberus back in. Like I said, I never needed this card for the second Locust, but just because of Dragoon. So yeah, you can just put this out and put Cerberus in. Or Dweller. I don't play Dweller because I had space for it, so you can also play Dweller for it. 1 Appaloosa for IP play. And then this card, like, I think this is the only deck who can play the Underworld Goddess. And this card simply, like, I summed it 2 times and it won me both games, because I just negated the special sum from grave and I negated everything on board. So it lets me play, like, yeah, an OTK basically, because you just make IP, you get their monster, you negate the, something special sum from the grave, and then you just proceed to make other plays, or for example double buster in your turn, and this is like 9k with double buster. So yeah, and then best card of the deck, triple buster. You have to play 3. It's mandatory. It's, like I said, if it resolves, it's auto win. Then Dragoon, and then I played 1 Dugaris for Xyz monster. This is just simply to bring back the ABC Buster Dragon if this one gets, for example, tributed for Kaijus. Yeah, you have to play like 1 Reborn, which you can use like every round, because you have to or you need to resolve Dragoon, Buster Dragon to win games, except the one time against Draco. And then Nova and Infinity for the Galaxy Soldier play, pretty standard. Also a very good card. Yeah. And then I just put this back. Zack, zack, zack. And for side deck, I played 3 Nibiru because it's like best time trap against most of the combo decks, even against Virtual World or Dytron, it's pretty good. So yeah, I just side this in against Virtual World, not getting against Dytron, but yeah, it was a good hand trap. Then 3 Lincia. Self-explanatory against the Virtual Worlds, and we have 2 Shadow players, and I love this card against Shadows, so yeah. 1 Plague drops, best going second card. I played 2 diagrams, I say 2 barriers and 1 trap trick with it, because you oftentimes only want to resolve like 1, because in the second turn you can win, because you have like or really good possibilities to OTK. And you can thin out your deck so you don't dead draw a second one. But even then, against the matchups where you put this in, often the second one also like just stalls for another round. And yeah, this is also for Torrential Tribute because you can just get the Torrential Tribute with it. So yeah, I just wanted to play this ratio. And then I played 3 evenly because I have no Lightning Storms. I think this card is really good against Eldritch, against Altergeist, so yeah. And then Heavy Storm Duster, and like I said, the second Cosmic Cyclone. So I have like 2 Cyclones, 1 Heavy Storm Duster, and 3 evenlies against back row. Something for going first, and some hand traps for combo decks, which I'm scared of. So yeah, we have only 1 Drytron player, so I don't play Droll for it. If I have to go second, like I said, I didn't side this card in, but I didn't play against Drytron, so I don't know if I would side this in. It's like, it's okay, but in the same part, it's like kind of like awkward. Yeah, I don't think I would side it in. You have to play with the cards in your deck, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. And let me know, I wanted to make like vlogs from my motorcycle, from my bike. So maybe we can talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! We can talk about other things, and I can show you a little bit of Germany. Maybe because I live near a big forest and it's really beautiful. So maybe I can show it to you if you wanted to see it. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I see you next time.